excited as always. Many roads to the top of the mountain. We're here to share with you Dr. Cass Ingram, who is responsible for all of us doing oil of oregano, chaga root, and I could go on and on and on with the things that you have blessed us with to help heal our world.
Thank
Dr.
you so
Ingram.
much. Thank you so much, and to you as well. But it's great to be talking about the wild oregano oil, the real stuff.
Yes, this is the real stuff. So you can go to North American Herbs, or you can use Karyn's because they make my brand.
That's it. I can testify that this is the real deal, the high mountain powerhouse, and oh man,
Doesn't it?
just, but it calms the nerves just to smell
You
it.
know, I was showing off to Dr. Ingram. He said, "Do you have any? I'll take some." I said, "I went and got my makeup bag, okay?" Because I carry it around in my makeup bag. Come on, you can't have it all.
Man, that's the real goody stuff.
Oh.
You know that went right to a little sore tooth I've got. It's got its own intelligence. It'll go to.
Oh, I love the way you put that. It's got its own
It
intelligence.
does. It has the highest Hertz energy of any common plant. You know, you got the rife, but you add the rife to the oregano oil, and you really have energetics like you can't believe.
This is what I tell the students and my clients when they come to me. I go, this is going to settle where you need it, but I never put it that way, the way you just did. It will settle where your body needs it.
It'll go to it. And there was a study done where they found that the white blood cells, when they sense that there's oregano oil in the blood, they go to it and snag it up. And then they use it in their factories to burn up the germs.
Wow.
So it is definitely, and of course the old scripture said, hey, you listen, purge yourself with the hyssop so that you will be clean and purified. Well, they might have thought it was spiritual. It's not spiritual. It means to kill germs, to destroy fungus, to destroy mold.
You're brilliant. Do you know how lucky we are today? We're going to get him coming here talking every week. I'm going to chain him to the chair, okay?
I'm not going anywhere. So it's a spirit in its own self, and so what you do with the oregano oil, a lot of people don't realize, is that you just don't get sick. If you were just to take 2 or 3 drops a day, because this is edible, this is daily.
Yeah, because
use.
there is oil of oregano that is too strong for the system to do every day, right?
They farm raise a lot of it now. You want the wild growing on the rocks, and also they're doing some perfume grade oils. Also, once we found on the market some cloned oregano, where it's being raised, and some of it even is being sprayed with pesticide and herbicide. So that's not daily, but this is daily. Because this is
We
why.
actually had a client that did some oil of oregano. She didn't want to buy mine. She had her own brand, and she did it. And I think her mouth blew up. And
Yeah.
She ended up in the emergency room.
Is that right? Yeah, it's not going to happen here.
No, I know. I mean, I've been doing it for years, ever
Yeah.
since you brought it to me. So what we want to know is, what brought you to the oil of oregano? That's
Well,
the story.
this whole revolution started with an illness. You know, we've all been through it. So I had this IV needle stick back in the days of the clinic, and I got
Your
septic.
clinic.
Yeah, I got really septic with an AIDS-like syndrome. The guy actually died. That the needle went into me. So they found a terrible fungus, CMV, and who knows what else. So I started to degenerate. You know, I'm a strong guy. I never did anything to my body, you know, that was negative. I didn't even drink alcohol or smoke, or I was athletic. Boom. And what can I do? I'm so desperate. What's this? Why is it happening to me? You know, all kind of. I'm 33, right? And then the oregano oil, Miss Judy, she discovered it. She had been to Turkey so many times. She said, I know I can get it because I tried a little bit from somebody and it worked. I can get it. She brought 8 kilos over, and as soon as it came to the door, I said, oh my God, it's liquid gold. Well, she came.
You just knew.
Yeah, and she came to the door and said, I didn't order furniture polish. Honestly. So I opened up this oil of oregano. This was 1992. Nobody knew. 94. Nobody knew. I opened this thing up and it went and all that aromatic essence went into the air, and the cat ricocheted 14 feet backwards. And this was the first time oregano oil wild from the mountains came to this country. And it was because of an illness. But it, you know, it cured
And
me.
I remember I had my first raw restaurant, and you came in with this big basket of goodies you brought me, and you brought me oil of oregano, and I said, I need that product.
Yeah, you did. You jumped on, and out of the 20 or so things, you jumped all over this.
Oil of
And
oregano, I wanted
so
it immediately.
I started recommending it to people, and I wrote The Cures in the Cupboard, the book. You
Right,
see,
right.
but I started. People would call. people would email
So
me.
you
Well,
were
they didn't
doing
email. There was no email at the time.
there was no
They were
email in
calling me, leaving messages on my message machine. Dr. Ingram, I've been sick for 50 years. I'm getting better. Or one little lady called and said, well, he had that huge tumor in his tongue. And doctor, I'd just like you to know, oregano oil super strength took care of it. Click. I said,
Well,
lady, you know.
It does. It works on your gums. For
Gums,
people with
huge.
gum pockets.
Huge. Look.
Because it did mine, honestly.
It will. Wild oregano oil, antifungal, anti-mold, anti-parasitic, antibacterial, antiviral, anti-candida, and anti-tumor. It is. It's a, and then, like you said, degeneration of gums, wounds,
Well, you said you
lesions.
started taking it. You had the stick from the.
I had the bad stick, yeah.
And so you just took it, and it took what?
I took it in. Well, first of all, we made a mistake. We dropped about 4 ounces of oregano oil on the table, and nobody was doing oregano oil. So we soaked it up in a rag, and rubbed it all over my, not to waste a drop. And I fell asleep for like 8 hours, and some soot came out of my pores, black soot, because to rub off the oregano oil came with blackness. And blackness is, disease. So and I started feeling better. Then I took 200 drops twice a day of this.
So would that be a full drop of?
It'd be half of a bottle
So you were doing half a bottle a day.
for about 6 months to get rid of my problem. And then I could look in the mirror and I was able to say, I feel like I'm going to be well. And I posted online on my website, cassingram.com, which is not a very commercial website. Whatever information I put up. But
We're looking for truth, not just information.
Yeah, I mean,
go to his website, check it out.
At cassingram.com, if you look,
we will post it on there.
you
also.
see the picture of me looking like I'm dead. I mean, I look like something out of a concentration camp.
So would you say someone that's going through some medical issues right now, say an abscess internally in the body?
No contest. If you have a bacterial infection, the oregano oil takes it out. I'm sorry, medical profession, but it just does. If we could get this
What
in...
kind of a doctor are you, by the way?
Osteopathic physician.
He's an osteopathic physician.
So if we could just get this in the hospitals, for every abscess, for every wound, septic wound, for MRSA, we know it kills it. We've got the tests to show. For candida, for pneumonia.
So why don't you think they're using this in the hospitals if we can't go there now?
It's just a tough situation.
There's a system in place, I think that's what
Big
it is.
system,
and
and
this is an
but I will tell you that the government took a little oregano from me. I sent it to them, and they put a patent. And the FDA have studied this high mountain oregano oil, and they found it to be so effective. In fact, the FDA said we should turn it into a drug.
Of course, because then you could make more money on it.
Apparently so. So let me just let everybody know that Karyn's has been supporting oregano with her own wonderful oil of oregano for, gosh, a decade. And you've been using it as a main herbal medicine.
And people,
how smart that is.
Well, people say to me all the time they think that I'm not getting sick or aging at the other rate just because I'm a raw foodist. There's so many components to what I do, and this is
enzymes.
It's a huge part. There's so many parts to the puzzle.
Yeah.
It isn't just one thing.
You need the oregano oil anyway because of the fungus.
Yes, we're living with it. Or stress. Just all kinds of ways we can throw it out.
Stress, viral viruses. Those of us who've been vaccinated. People nurses, doctors, specialists who are exposed to the germs in hospitals. This is a great prevention. And
okay, so now what we want
children,
to know is, can we get bigger bottles of it?
you want me to bring a 55-gallon drum? Well, I hope you get that much demand. Call Karyn's. She's a leader in the city of Chicago.
Thank you.
For the ever. So let's support our friends and our local businesses. And this is the real deal. I mean, I don't have another dose.
Yeah, yes, you can help yourself.
It's going to go wherever it needs to go.
So here you go. Once again, I hope you continue to join us on many roads to the top of the mountain. This is how I skip up to the top of the mountain with my oil of oregano, because it's grown on the top of the mountains. And please remember, continue to tune in. And remember that if you don't take care of your body, the most magnificent machine you'll ever be given where you're gonna live. Thank you, Dr.
Don't we look good for, we're health foodists, but we're living it.
Yeah, we're the real deal.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay. Good job.
Yeah, that was natural.
Yeah.